Hello. Time and again, when posting on discussion forums to try and expose COVID-19 for the fraud and the psychological operation that it is, I get people coming back to me saying, I work in the NHS, the hospitals are bursting, you should come and see, you're an insult to all our key workers and all those who are dying with it. They use that as some kind of trump card, as if to say everything I say is wrong and everything the government is saying is correct, or that's the implication. And it is emotional blackmail. I am putting an argument which comes from a place of logic and sound reasoning and is evidence based. It is based upon the evidence that I see. They respond to my evidence based argument with an emotive response, but it doesn't deal with the issues. So here is my reasoned response to this claim that I get hit back at me repeatedly, that the hospitals are bursting, you don't work in the NHS so you don't know, you should come and see us, you're insulting all our stuff, etc, etc. Okay, I cannot accuse any individual of lying. So you might happen to be working in a particularly busy department. You might be in a particularly busy area. However, I know that there are a lot of lies being spread because there are many citizen journalists and whistleblowers who are exposing the fact that we are not being told the truth, that hospitals are empty. Debbie Hicks, a citizen journalist, filmed her hospital, Gloucester Royal Hospital, in the last few days, and that is empty, even though the press are saying it's bursting. And I've had friends tell me they went to hospital and it was half empty. There are citizen journalists and whistleblowers who are going in and finding empty hospitals. So in your case, if you're telling me it's busy, I can't claim that you're lying. Maybe you're in a busy area, but I do know that what you are saying is not happening nationally. The hospitals are not bursting. We're not seeing unusual numbers of people dying. In any case, right now it's winter. It is normal for the hospitals to be overrun, and it is flu season. It's the time, because we don't have so much sunlight, where people are more susceptible to colds and flu. And people who are elderly or have serious health conditions may die from it or with those things. The vast majority of us will get over it. So that's the first point. And the second thing is, even if the hospitals are bursting, let's suppose they are, there's lots of patients coming in, you have to ask yourself the question, what type of people are coming in and what have they got? Are people coming into hospitals with very unusual symptoms, something that you didn't see last year or the year before that? Are these young, healthy people coming with unusual illnesses? Or are you just getting the elderly people or people who have poor health anyway coming in with what would otherwise be described as something like a cold or bad flu? That's the other question. Then you've got to ask, okay, you say the hospitals are busy, loads of people coming in, even if there are lots of healthy, young to middle-aged people coming in with unusual illnesses, where is your proof that this illness that people are coming in with is caused by human transmission? Where is your proof that it's a transmittable disease? If you think about it, most things that people die of, cancer, heart disease, for instance, they're not things that are passed between individuals. They are about the internal workings of the body going wrong. So how do you know that whatever people have got is being caused by human transmission? And therefore, how do you know that all the COVID regulations about staying at home, wearing a mask, social distancing, how do you know that they are doing anything to mitigate that problem? And how can do you know that if people did all those things, they all stayed home and didn't see friends and wore a mask and all that sort of thing, how do you know that would make any difference at all? See, they're using an emotive argument to try and discredit what I'm saying about this being a fraud and being a psychological operation. So my final point is, even if there is unusual illness going out there, and even if it is being caused by human transmission, even if that is the case, that does not take away from the fact that what the government is doing is disproportionate, and they are using this illness in their response to it as the cover to bring us in to the New World Order, i.e. the World Economic Forum's Great Reset. It says it on their website. They are using their COVID action plan to further their agenda, to impoverish the middle class and transfer all the wealth and all the land and all the resources to the billionaires, the ones who are already rich, and to hide the crimes of the international banking elite and their debt-based banking system, which is about to collapse. And that is all evidence-based. So even if the hospitals are bursting, and even if there is a genuine public health emergency, that does not go to say that the response to it is necessary, proportional, or even helping anyone. And it still stands that there is a hidden agenda. The globalist New World Order agenda is being rolled out under the cover of it. So don't try telling me the hospitals are busy as a mean to shut up. I do not wish to be unsympathetic to anyone who is ill. I don't wish to be unsympathetic to anyone who is working hard to treat ill patients in a hospital. But you are not going to cancel out my arguments and nullify my arguments by making those kind of claims, because you haven't proven those basic foundational issues about whether this is transmittable disease or not, and you haven't dealt with my real issue, which is the agenda that's being rolled out, the New World Order agenda that's being rolled out under the guise of a pandemic. Thank you for watching.